In this video, I will be taking a 1-star Ball State through recruiting to show you guys the different tips and tricks on how to build up a program and to show you guys the basics of recruiting. So to start, the first thing you want to do is obviously look at your roster. See what you're going to need. So for me, you can see I do have a quarterback, which I'm actually going to start this freshman. But you can see the running backs are thin. Don't have a fullback. Receivers, juniors are okay. Tight ends are not bad. Left tackle's not the greatest. Left guard's a senior, so we have to replace there. Center's a senior. Right guard sophomore, so we got one right guard. Our tackle's still thin. Our DN's a senior, he'll be leaving. DNs are leaving on the right end as well. D tackles or whatever, our linebackers are not very good. And the corners, our juniors, they'll be back, but they're still not very good. Senior, free safety will be leaving, and then you got a junior strong safety. So you can see that pretty much Ball State's not a very good team. That's why they're 1-star. So next thing you want to do is upgrade your coach, which I picked recruiter. If you want to be able to recruit better, you got to pick it. Now, to be honest, I will tell you one of the first tips is the scouting doesn't really matter too much for when you're a bad school, and I'll tell you pretty much the main reason is because you're a bad school. So with that, you don't want to waste your points on scouting because guess what? You'll take almost any player that's going to come to you. So I don't really scout too much besides this first window because it's you can't do nothing else. So the first thing you really want to do when you get into the recruiting thing is go over to my school and look at your grades. So you can see Ball State is not very good at anything that is going to help me get players. But the two things I will focus on, which is the two biggest things you focus on at a small school, is proximity to home and playing time. You are terrible, your players are terrible, so your recruits will be able to play right away. So playing time, grade should be high, and proximity to home, you want to get local talent. You don't want to be out here, if I'm Ball State, flying out to California trying to go recruit. So we are going to try to stay local to start. Now, with that, the first thing I'm adding to my list is I'm going to my local talent. So where is that going to be? Indiana. Ball State is in Indiana. Now, you can see you got all these players ranked, and this person deal breaker, A+ for me, as you can see on the right. I'm going to add him. He's a 5-star. I'm going to add him to the list. Why not? Playing time, we'll add you to the list. Proximity to home, I'll add you to the list. Proximity to home, I'll add you to the list. No deal breaker. Right guard, a lot of competition, I'll add him. Still, playing style. Now, playing style can be an iffy one. He might lock me out, but I'm 10th on this board, so I'll give it a shot. Athlete, we'll add him to, which is what is he going to be? A linebacker probably, which you can see on the archetype on the right. Another recruiting tip. Tight end, don't really need. I'll add them to the list anyway since they want to come here. And I don't need a quarterback. And I'll just throw this last running back on there. And like I said, you want to get your local talent because no matter what, proximity to home is going to be big. Now, the deal breakers are big. Kind of getting ahead of myself here, but in the future, you want to make sure like the deal breakers you recruit, you'll be able to keep your players. So the reason why I say that is, let me tell you guys this too first. Search, the next thing I'll do is search and go top 10. Anyone that I'm in the top 10, I'll add to the list as well early on. But back to what I was saying, the deal breaker is what's going to make players transfer. So example is, if you have proximity to home as a deal breaker, or a player has it as a deal breaker, they will never leave your school because you can't, like your school's not moving. So the proximity to home grade will never change. So therefore they will never transfer because the grade doesn't change. So that was my biggest tip. So I noticed like I'd have a problem with like my playing style might change because, we're not passing the ball or something like that. But the proximity to home never changed. And then so next you can see I just added everyone that was top 10 and a decent rate. So next I will go search again like here, and I will go to other states that are surrounding states. So I will go to Ohio to look proximity to home, and they're kind of high on the interest. Proximity to home, don't really need a tight end. Proximity to home, I'll just add them both. Why not? See what these receivers are looking for in a school and proximity to home. But like, yeah, playing style will change. So if they drop below your below a B minus, is usually, I've noticed, is the deal breaker grade. You can see like on here it says need B minus. Then if it drops below a B minus, they will probably transfer at the end of the year. So those other grades, championship contender, while you're building your way up, is another one that I lost players on. Pro potential is a big one. So you want to make sure, even if you are in the plus for those type of players, and I'll go to Illinois for the last couple players. But even if you are able to get them and says, you know what, you can get them because your pro potential is a B, but then you have no players drafted, those players, once your grade drops, they're just going to transfer, or they're going to be at risk of transferring. So you kind of want to make sure that you don't have a deal breaker that you can't maintain, because I even had once where I signed the number one player in the class, and I think his deal breaker was pro potential, and he ended up leaving after one season. Even though I'm number one player in the class, I got him to UTEP, and he left because my pro potential dropped. And then I had 1 year of literally number one player in the class, which I'll have him pop up in the video to show you guys. It was a couple years in, it wasn't right away, but yeah, I'm like, so what's the point of me getting someone I can't maintain? So anyways, the next thing I would do is go to need scholarship filter, and this is the easiest way I felt to be able to offer everyone a scholarship. In this first window, the main thing you want to make sure you do is you offer every single player that you're going to target a scholarship, because it will help you not get locked out once you advance the next week. Because sometimes if you don't, you will get locked out because you don't get that influence bonus. And once teams once players cut their list down to the top 8, you no longer will be in the running. So I'm going to offer everyone a scholarship. I noticed when I filter the need scholarship, I can just spam X instead of having to click back out, click back out. So, but after this, I will be able to scout players just because I have the points. But like I said, I'm not scouting players after this first week because I just need bodies that are good. So all these players, especially if they're 3-stars and above, I'm going to just take no matter what, because they're going to play here at Ball State. I know that for a fact. So back out, we can go back to here. And when I like to scout, though, I do like to scout like different positions that I might care about their grades, which is going to take me a lot more points. But like, even though he's a bust, I can see, okay, he has 90 throw power. Maybe I can work with that. I like to see like running back speed, which let's see what this top running back, 94 speed, 92 acceleration. I'm going to try to get him. I might not get it, but for this video, I'm going to try to get him. You can see he's not very good. 2-star. He's 84 speed, which, you know, like I said, I just kind of, these scouting, I don't care. I'm taking anyone on this board, even though he's a bust, I would take him still. If he wants to come home to Ball State, he can have a spot on the roster. We have a jersey for him. All right, so after that, I will advance to the next week. And like I said, I'm not scouting no more. I don't care how good they are. We need bodies. We are a bad school. You can see I didn't get locked out of any player on the list, which is big time. So you can see this screen will pop up every time telling you the difference of your grade. Like if you lose a game, your championship contender usually goes down. If you know, I already got players playing style at risk, but if you're not passing the ball and their deal breaker and the category they care about is passing yards, then they might be at risk of transferring. And like I said, playing style is one of the ones that changes more often than not. So I'll go here and I will go by national rank. Now, this is a 5-star. I might not get him. You don't always want to waste your points here and go for it, but I'm going to show you guys I can be in the running. And I'm going to send the house for this running back and see if we can get him. Now they got a couple offers. They're kind of high on them. Don't want to waste my points there. Don't want to waste them there at all. Where's the next one we attack? No scholarship offers. So if you see someone with no scholarship offers, get up in there and try to see what you can do. Try to see if you can fight. Center. I do need a center. Let's go for him. Now there's 2 ways you can recruit. You can be super aggressive and go for all these guys and just send the house and you'll see like you have a chance, or you can even them out to try to stay within, you know, distance with a couple players, and you can see like, oh, you know, I can spread it out a little bit more. But if you send the house, you're going to be in the running. I'll tell you that much for the most part. But if you spread it out, you might not be able to. Might not be putting enough points to be able to steal one of them, but you'll be able to get a couple of the guys that you should be able to. So it's a high risk, high reward when you kind of go. So for this video, I'll be kind of going and spreading it out while going for a couple players, just to show you guys that it's possible to at least be in the running or in the fight. So, and you can see I'm kind of spread out here. I got 3 players I'm sending the house for to show you guys we got a shot over here at Ball State. We can recruit a little bit. Even though we're a 1-star program, probably the worst school that's called them, they probably might say there's no way. And you can see if you don't put nothing towards these players, they are probably going to lock you out. And I don't know why. They need to fix this where it goes to the screen every time, because sometimes I'll be looking at them. It'd be making me mad. But, so to show you, like, look, we sent the house at this running back. We're already 4th on his list. Like, obviously, Notre Dame kept a lead. But we sent the house, and we're fighting. And you see, I didn't put no points towards none of them. And I didn't put no points because in the top right corner, the hours are still 0 because your points carry over to the next week. So all these players that are 4 stars and I didn't try to go for at all locked me out. But you see, I could have sent the house, and I would have been in the running probably. So you got to pick and choose. But I don't feel like I'm going to beat those schools out at all, really. So I didn't see. And 4-star right here. I've sent the house. I'm first on his list. The center I'm fighting for still. Receiver, we're on the lead. Left tackle, we're on the lead. Everyone that I kind of put some points on, besides this left guard, I guess he didn't have no interest. They're not. These schools aren't. But you see, most of these kind of players, I'm in the running. So, and the couple ones down here that I didn't put nothing to, I'm still here. I probably won't be able to get him, but I'm gonna just hang tight on these lower players because I'm gonna just see if I can get these top players. My theory is I like to go for the higher players early, and then I fill out my board later on. That's kind of my thought process on it. Also, I thought that was the other running back. So this random running back locked us out. And I don't know why my championship contender just went up. We didn't play a game at all, but hey, I'll take it. And we got FCS school, nice. But which look at the running back. 5-star running back, and we are number 1 on his board because we sent the house. He's the number 1 player in the state of Indiana. We are pipeline, and we are fighting to get him. Now, these D tackles, like our left outside linebacker, no one's really interested. Center, we passed Notre Dame. We're number 1. These players, we are high on these players' board. The thing is, you got to be able to send the points consistently. To be able to get these players. But anyways, as I said, I don't fill my board. Like right now, my board's under 35. I can add more, but I don't add until I'm run out of points, because what's the point of having people on my board if I can't even use points to get them? Like I have all these people on my board that I'm not even sending points to because I'm focused on other players. So I'm not going to stretch out my board for no reason. So we're going to keep advancing. I want to really shoot. I hope for this video I can get this running back. Another running back locked us out because they know that Star's coming home, and we beat the FCS school, so that's good for our championship contender. And like I said, we could win a couple games. Our championship contender go a little bit higher, which probably won't go too high here. But and we got points too. Actually, hold on. Let me see these points real quick though. Let me see what we got with these points. You definitely want to use your points as much as you can as you're going through it. So I will focus on, I kind of messed. Oh, no, I can do it. So I'm going to go for the running back. I'm going to get this. So I get extra points to go towards my running back. So that's kind of the recruiting actions give a bonus to the running back. So I'll try to get him, and then I get the extra bonus for the D lineman. So you definitely want to upgrade your player or your coach as you're going through it. But as I was saying, the championship contender grade, it might get above that deal breaker for someone, but they might lock you out. And you can see this left outside linebacker might be coming home. 4-star at Ball State. And the center might be coming home too. So now I can add more points. I can add 15 more points to the running back, which I'm definitely going to do. We just got to figure out who I'm going to take points away from. And it's probably going to be this left outside or left in. And we're going to have 15 points to add to him. So we will add DM and we will add social media. And also, I always check ready for visit, which we do have a couple players ready for visits. And none of them I'm really interested in giving a visit yet. So we can kind of save our points. We got 10 more points to add to somebody. And let's go with, I got to make sure I take the players off the board that locked me out too. Let's go with this. Where was he at? Right in, right here. Yeah, or right outside linebacker. Let's go ahead and give him a DM. Slide in them DMs. But yeah, the deal breakers are really tough that even if your grades goes up, you can get locked out very quickly and it can be very depressing. So I hope that I can get this. The running back still hasn't got his board down, which is stunning. And we got some points. We definitely lost. And you see the championship contender grade just switched very quickly. We did get locked out of the left in. Oh, I don't think that's the one I recruited. I was about to say, I was about to be kind of mad. We did lose to Miami. And you can see we're hanging in front for him. Now, we could get past very easily. So Notre Dame could come out of nowhere. You can see, like, my points here went down. Let me see if we have anyone ready for a visit. Okay, so now, these top players, when they are ready for a visit, you better get them on a visit as early and quick as possible. You got to get them on the visit. So you got to find points for them, which it's going to be kind of tough to find the points, but the playing style dropped for him. So see, I'm locked out. Even though I'm number one on the board, I'm locked out on the playing style, which it's a safety, so it's probably because we're not getting interceptions, which is unfortunate. But we got to find these recruiting hours for these visits. And it's probably going to be, we can take his points, which I'm not too worried about getting there. I kind of want him. But you kind of got to sacrifice. I guess he's a left outside linebacker right here. And we're trying to get this other one. And we got a big enough lead on him. So we are going to go back here to ready for visit. And we got to get these 2 4-stars on a visit as soon as possible. Now, if you play your games, I'll tell you one thing. If you can play your games and win, you can see the boost on these players. That is the games that you want to be able to, you want to play. If you win, I get a big boost. Now, I'm scheduling them for week 6. And like I said, I'm going for that playing time. That's what he cares about. That's what we can give him. And the center, same thing. And we got to get him here as early as possible. Proximity to home. That's what you want to put on your visit. And we got 5 more points, which I guess we'll just give it back to him. But you want to get them on the visit as early as possible because these teams can come back in these recruiting battles very quickly. So you want to try to seal the deal as soon as possible. And if you win those games, you will get a significant boost to be able to get them. If I can win this game, which I don't know, I probably should just force win it. Just show you guys if I win that game, if I went in and played it and won the game, that is possible. That's how you're going to get these recruits. Because you get that boost. So I might do that. I might force the win on those visit weeks just to show you guys that. And you can see the running back did go and put into his top 5. So we will now be able to send him on a visit. And we got 10 more points. So I better use them points. I better use these points. And we don't need the start. That's not going to help us right now. And I got 10. Do I want to go? Let's go with the O-line one. Because that's not going to really help us there. We could have, I guess, went D-line one for the extra bonus. But let's go the O-line ones for that. And show you guys now We got 105 points because we got locked out of a couple, or it could we got the visits, and those players locked us out, so we'll get our board down. But we can schedule our visit for him. Like I said, you got to get him on the visit as early as possible, and make sure, like, if I put this visit at like week 11 and 12, it's useless because Notre Dame will probably sign him by then. So I'm getting him on the visit as early as possible, using the most points I can. And we got, let's see if anyone else is ready for a visit. The receiver is, like I said, early as possible. Proximity to home. That's what he cares about. That's what we're going to give him. And this, he's not coming home. And we'll just give him some contact just in case we don't get the left outside linebacker, which Purdue is coming in hot. So we will go ahead and advance and see. So I'm going to force win the recruit week just to show you guys, like, you got to be able to get top players like this, you got to be able to win those games. And this center went to the top 3. But, like, you got to be able to win the games because that's how you get the boost. If you win the games, you have a good chance. Now, obviously, you know, I'm never going to enforce advance in my dynasties. And, wow, the freshman quarterback threw 5 touchdowns. What a guy. But let's go ahead and look in here real quick. You can see I'm hanging in front. The left outside linebacker will probably commit after this week, and we might be able to get the center. You see Purdue's schedule, or his visit's week 12. We better hope that he doesn't commit by then, because that would be unfortunate. Or make sure that he's committed by then to us, though. And unfortunately, I can't schedule his visit until week 9 because you can't schedule the same week, which is kind of unfortunate. But we'll put him week 9, and if you win those games, I'm telling you, you can't pretty much get these guys to commit, these top guys at least, to commit. Now, if you're saying, oh, well, I don't want to play my games and, you know, we can't beat those teams, then you probably should go get your 2 stars and 3 stars, but this just gives you a chance. And it's not even guaranteed. I might not still get this running back anyways because Notre Dame might just come out of nowhere still. But those boost games are going to be huge to give yourself a shot. Like I said, so we will, I'm home, right? Yep. So force home win. Now, if I'm doing a dynasty, I'm going to go play that game and try to win. And if I win, I might have a good shot at getting the recruit. If I lose, I'm not getting the recruit. So, boom, we got the left outside linebacker. Easy game from Indiana. And we got the center. Did we get the running back? We did not get the running back. So we probably won't be able to get this 5-star running back. It's going to be a tough battle. We probably won't be able to get him. But we did get 2 4-stars. So that is key. 2 players locked us out. But that's big. And the big thing about them signing is we don't have to use points on him no more. And you can see I got like a little sliver. He's going to visit Notre Dame week 11, so we got to get him signed before then. And I probably just got to leave the stuff the same as what it is. I haven't tried too much of the sway stuff. Not sure how much that works. And this dude's going to visit Northwestern week 8, so we got to try to. I'm going to try to use some more points for him. We're going to send the house. I'm trying to get him signed and secure. 3-star receiver. And now we got points. Like I said, we got points to use. And we're going to put him on the visit. And Purdue might pass us, to be honest. But, I mean, we already got the left outside linebacker, so I'll just leave him where he's at. We got some points here. I mean, he might be able to come home soon. We probably going to get that other receiver. Let's go for the right outside linebacker. And let's do, we don't really need the quarterback. Let's do 10 points for he's terrible. I don't want him. Let's just go 10 points for this tight end. And then we got 80 points left, which we will want to get our visit scheduled. And boom, we can You see I'm putting all these visits on the same time too, because you do get the little bonus for multiple players. You get the like complimentary. If you have like a left tackle with left guard and all that type of stuff, you do get a good little boost for having them on the same visit. So we will sim. We need this halfback. I want to get the 5-star. If I get that for the video, it would be great. But it might be tough because he's not committing yet, and I'm kind of nervous. And of course we lost, and that championship contender is tanking in the dirt. Let's see. We're still trying. I don't know if we're gonna have enough though, but we are trying for sure. And we might get that receiver. I want to put some points here for him. We'll send the house out this left tackle. The left outside linebacker. Let me see what visits we can schedule before I use all these points. I don't know if that playing style is ever going to go out. We just must not be getting interceptions. I don't really want him this bad. Don't really want him this bad. 2-star, I could go without you. And halfback, I'll just leave you, but I don't really need them on my board. Let's slim our board down a little bit and focus on these players that we really can get that we want. So I'm gonna start focusing in on these players that I'm really trying to secure and send the house to. We got the lead, which I was just putting the little 25 here, 25 there, and we got a good lead, and we only got 20 hours for here, so we'll DM him, and we might need to put more points towards him. So definitely want to check players like that, which I think we can take it off of. Who was it? The left tackle? No, I'll just take this dude's points off. We're not getting this left outside linebacker. I'll leave him on the board, but he's probably going to Purdue, which we already signed one, so I'm not too worried about it. But where's the player that I said I wanted? Oh, I got to take these dudes off my board as well. You see that board gets real thin, but I will have another opportunity eventually once I run out of points, which we need the right outside linebacker. And I guess I could have just went for the left outside too, but we'll go for the right outside, balance it out. But you have get my board figured out, and I should have added these points before, but don't make this mistake of doing it after. But we'll add the increased hours and the increased hours there. So now next week I will be able to add more hours to those players. And let's go ahead and I got more recruiting points. I got 5 more points. I got to make sure you got to use all your points. So I'll give him a little 5. Search his social media, make sure he's not tweeting nothing crazy out. And Vandy probably gonna lose again. We need this halfback to sign, man. If we get this halfback, it would be huge. And we don't. We're probably not gonna be able to get him. We lost. This is week 9, so I got 2 more weeks. Ooh, it's close. We might. I need 1 more week. 1 more week before Notre Dame might. Look at how much they caught up. They're probably going to steal it this week before the visit. I'm calling it now. That's my thought. And I'm wasting this points. I might as well go search Mr. Damien's social media. But the running back is probably going to go to Notre Dame. Unfortunate. But we did put up a good fight. We have a chance. If Notre Dame, goes to try to recruit someone else, we got a shot. This is probably going to be the week. If he goes on that visit, we have no shot. We have no shot if he goes on the visit at all. We got the receiver. I thought I had the running back. Come on. Yeah, he ended up going to Notre Dame. So you can see, you can be in the running. You have a chance. You might get the 5-star. You might not. I didn't get it, but I was close. I gave myself a shot. But the good thing is I didn't spread myself out too thin because I went after 3 guys. I got 2 of the 4 stars. And Juan Foster and Josh Turner, and I went after one 5-star that's a local kid, and I had a shot at him. I didn't get him, and I spread out my board, and I should be able to get a couple of these other players that are 3-stars, and that's a pretty good class to start with, I would say. Now we'll see afterwards. But now my focus is on securing these players before, like I said, before I get on my board. What? Oh, does he not have a deal breaker? Oh, he doesn't have a deal breaker. So if you don't have a deal breaker, this is a good tip for you guys as well. You kind of will go with, like, you just got to put something, which Coach proceeds C-. It's not going to really do much for me, but it probably won't hurt me too bad either. And I'm going to take his points away to be able to add him to the visit. But if they don't have a deal breaker and you don't, playing time and proximity to home and coach stability, I guess, are the only things that I can really sell these recruits, then you kind of just gotta, which just hurts to take straight scrubs off the board. And I don't know why I'm keeping him on the board because our playing style keeps going down, but I'm still top on his thing if we ever decide to get some interceptions. Unless he's run support, then he might be tackles for loss. Which, for playing style, you got to check what your players are and why they want to leave based on what their archetype is and stuff like that. We get the left guard. We get the center, another center. I think that was the athlete because he went in the center. And we lost one of the receivers, and our championship prestige went up, and we didn't win. We did not win. Okay, so now we got the left tackle we should be able to sign. So we're filling out our O-line. I want to make sure I secure these players, man. So I'm not adding to the board until, like I said, until I get all these players. I have enough points in, which I lost out on that receiver. But we already got a receiver coming in. And athlete, let's send the house to him. Send the house here. We can schedule his visit, Bowling Green. Does he have a deal breaker? No deal breaker. And you can see that I have to figure out a little bit more about him. So I don't know if the proximity to home will be something he cares about. So I'm actually going to wait to schedule his visit. And I'm going to send the house to learn more about him because I want to know when I recruit or when I do this visit. You want to pick something that is green arrow and that is good for you. So the question marks, that means there's one more thing because there's 2 check marks already. So I want to make sure that I figure out, is the 3rd check mark going to be proximity to home? Because that's going to give me the biggest boost when he comes on his visit. So I'm going to wait. And the more influence you get, the more you find out about him. So that is why I will wait. And Illinois is trying to get that JUCO player, which they can have him. Do I have anyone else that can visit? That's the player I just said I'm waiting on. Can't hear. And I might just put myself in the running for this halfback, even though he's probably no good. And he's probably going to Illinois. So I'll probably waste my points. But let's see what the send house does. Oh, and I got extra points to here, so let's see if we can get back in the running for him. And this recruiting class not turning out too bad. I'll show you guys the grade I get to. And we still have the transfer portal. So that's why I'm not too worried about what's going on with that. We got the left tackle, Indianapolis. Indianapolis has been good to us recruiting-wise. And we still got a couple players on our board. And I get those recruiting points. So now this is around, I still got a few weeks, not too much, but I got a few more weeks to recruit and add players to my board to pretty much get it back up. And we did pass Illinois, so he might be coming home. We might be able to get him. I don't really need any more tight ends, so I'm just going to schedule his visit. Oh, wait, we didn't unlock it. So you can see, I think it was the tight end, if I'm not mistaken, because I think it was Campus Lifestyle and Academic. But you can see there's more at red now, so now it's playing time, playing style or proximity to home. So I'll give it one more week. Oh, I can't wait another week because this is week 12 and next week is week 13. So I'm gonna just take the risk. I'm gonna just take the risk and say it's proximity to home, actually, because if it would have found out though that it was, then we would have been able to figure that out. So now let's go add to the list now. The recommended tab is very good for when you're trying to fill your roster at this point. It does give you a pretty good sense of, players you might, that might be a good fit for you and you might be able to get actually. So I do like using the recommended tab, especially at this point in the recruiting stage when I don't really know who to add. Which some of these players you can just get in the running for. So I'm going to just add pretty much all these players just to be on there, to be honest, and just see what happens. I mean, they're 3 stars. Why not give ourselves a shot? There's no scholarships. Like I said, you can check here for the scholarships, and they don't have none of them have scholarships besides the left tackle, and these are all my scholarships. So, and the fullback, so I'll take the fullback off. But if they don't have scholarships, I got a chance. So if you see that they don't have scholarships, then you have a shot, because they got to get a scholarship from somewhere. And I will fight with Akron for him. I'm about to go hard for him. And so don't be too scared if you see these some of these players that have the interest levels high, because you can still steal them because they don't have the scholarship offers. It's pretty simple. So, and what was that? The left end that I said I want to steal. Or was it a right end? Left end right here. Yep, I want to steal them from Akron. So I'm going to see if I can make some ground up. And like I said, I'm not too worried. I got 65 points. I know Akron don't got no points over there. They ain't recruiting like us. And see if I can steal them. And the center, I already got a center. The rest of the points, though, will offer scholarships. Which, did I offer the end of scholarship? Yeah, I did. Okay. So you got to double check sometimes. But yeah, offer your scholarships at this point once you fill out your board again, and just see, how many players you can get. Like I said, scouting, do not need a scout. I know my team is no good. So I need any of you guys to play. And like I said, I could have waited to find out for about the other one. We get the halfback about the visit stuff, but I had to get him on the visit. When I got locked out by someone. And this team is terrible. We're 2-8. We're not getting no wins, but hey, we can recruit. We be recruiting over here. So with that left in, let's see, we got locked out by him. And our playing style is just not moving at all. And look, we already passed Akron. You can see, I haven't recruited them all year. Akron's probably been recruiting them since day one to get to that spot, and I just passed them in 1 week. That's how much of an impact putting your points towards someone, especially when they don't have scholarship offers and there's not too much interest. You can just jump past everybody. All it takes is a scholarship and, send the house. So we got all those players. I don't think we can send any more visits. Yeah, we can't go no more visits. So we will go by overall and see. Nope, that's interest status. And you can see at the bottom, that's how you can kind of see your sort. So we're going to go after this corner. And we're going to send the house at him. And let's send the house at this strong safety. Now look at where we're at. Georgia and them, they might get them if they offer them a scholarship, and they might be in there. But if they don't offer a scholarship, we're going to be calling. Be like, look, they don't want you that bad. We want you. We're the only school that really wants you. And let's see, we get the right guard from Fisher. We get Fort Wayne. You see, Indiana, we be in Indiana for real. And one of the tight ends is lacking a little bit. And we level up our coach. And we got a win. What a win by Ball State, Bowling Green. And we don't, the center locked is out. We could have stayed in the fight for him, but to be honest, why do we need to fight for him if we just got the other center? So I'm not even mad about it. And we got the other tight end, so I'm not even mad about that. Make sure you upgrade the coach. We're going to keep being a recruiter, and we're going to recruit. And at this point, it's hard to say where I want to go with this. You don't need quarterbacks at all. I'll just say DB. I think we're recruiting the DBs a little bit, so let's go with it. And let's get back in there. You can see this recruiting class, I don't know how many people we signed, but we have a decent amount. And you can see, look, we're already number 2 on this strong safety. We're already number 1 on the cornerback, and we got in there late. Very, very late to the party, but we're still at the party. We got there late, but still working, if you know what I mean. And like I said, they got all these interests, Clemson and them, cool. Guess what? I'm going to come late to the party. They ain't offered you. They must not want you that bad. So we going to offer. This is a quarterback. We don't need him. We late to the party, but we at the party still. Moving and grooving. We gonna work. JUCO corner. And all these players are gonna be good enough to play here. Good enough to play here. Let's see. Did we sign anyone? No, we got locked out a couple players, but it's pretty much going to be the players that I probably didn't put no points towards. So you got to prioritize. You know, you can't put points on everyone. If you don't put points on players, you're probably going to get locked out. But you see, these players, look at all them big schools dropped. All them big schools. I didn't want the scrambler. And we got no more hours, but so that probably means if we got no more hours, that means the players that we try to get, we're still in the running for. Which I don't know how many players I actually have signed, but it's probably a decent amount. This is a pretty good class. I'm actually happy with how this is going so far. And the tight end are in third. It's going to be a pretty good recruiting class. Now, at the end of the year, your staff does leave, so just a quick thing. You can fire your staff and you can change their pipeline. So you see, I went with Indiana. Your coordinators do matter, so just another tip is you want to probably either get pipelines that are near you and stuff, so your coordinators, or you can stack. If I got a coach that was Indiana, it would stack and stuff. For this, I don't really care to fire them, but your coordinators do matter. Now, you can see what the available coordinators pipeline is, but it doesn't really guarantee you that you sign the coordinator. You have to offer them, and then you got to wait. So sometimes it can be a risk. And Carson Beck had a crazy season. That was insane. And let's just see what job offers they got. Oh, head coach of Marshall. They see I'm recruiting. They said, you'd be good over here. Said it was an upgrade. So early signing day. So this is when your players are going to actually sign. That means if they get the verbal commit that they will they could still leave if you drop below the deal breaker, I believe is the reason they will leave. Now, just another tip, this is a little hint. Development trait, I used to go like at the end and figure it out and see it, but if you, National Signing Day is when you can see the development trait. You just go over to scouting. Even though I didn't scout him, you can see I can see the development trait now. So the left outside linebacker is a star development trait. Normal for the center. Left tackle is a normal. Impact for the right guard. If they're not signed, you can't see it. Tight end's a normal. Normal for the right outside linebacker. Let me get him off there. The receiver's a star development trait. Halfback's a normal, and I can't see any of these players because I haven't signed them. And let me get these players that locked me out off the board. But I mean, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players signed before the official or before, I guess at the end of the season, for the freshmen, you would say, or incoming freshmen, and we still got 18 players on our board that we might be able to get. So that's not bad. You would think it's a lot. You know, I could probably have more players signed if I didn't go for that 5-star, but like sometimes you got to risk it. How aggressive do you want to be on your recruiting? Do you want to be so aggressive where you're gonna, if I was super aggressive and there's a bunch of 5-stars in Indiana, I'll probably get lucky and get one. But you know, how much do I want to risk it? My class or App State job upgrade? I'm telling you, they like the way I'm recruiting. And I got coach skill to upgrade, which would be big. But how much do you want to risk your points on going after top talent at a small school? And I will go for actually a better starting, even though it won't help me for this video, just to, you know, I don't know, just to have, just for next year, I would probably do that if I was actually playing this one. But, or you can go more conservative. Maybe I could have got more 3-stars and, you know, been happy with having a deeper class with 20 to 25 players now. But I got a 4-star that's a star and a center that's a 4-star. And like I said, I don't need to scout none of them. We're just going to rock out. So, and we still got the transfer portal. You can see my pro potential went up. I don't know why. All these grades are terrible pretty much. And you can keep advancing. And I think this will take us to probably the players leaving. I'll probably have some transfers, to be honest. Yeah, so you'll see your players leaving, and I got 5 players leaving because of playing style. So like I said, it goes by their archetype, which you can check to prevent. And if you're playing, that's how you kind of fix it. But like just for for people that don't watch the other video or haven't watched the other video, like this is probably interceptions. This is passing yards. That's going to be, or not passing yards, receiving yards. This is going to be receiving yards, or it might be passing yards. It's one or the other. I'll look in a second. That's going to be probably interceptions, and that's going to be powers, probably rushing yards. And just so I'll advance to the next one. It'll tell you once you go into the playing style thing. But you pretty much got to get those grades up or those yards up and stuff to fix those categories so you don't have players transfer, which is unfortunate. So let me show you my school playing style, passing yards for field general. So I had a receiving back. So receiving yards, it is receiving yards. Okay, that makes sense. Deep threat receiving yards and what power, I mean, it's all going to be the same for O-line, but power, I think it was a guard rushing yards. And you see it has a high impact. They're all going to say high impact. And then what? Safety, zone, interceptions. All right. So pretty much if you get more interceptions, your playing style will be better for those style of players. And I don't know what, I'm just clicking buttons at this point. Let's just see if I had anyone drafted. So my pro potential went up without anyone drafted. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's go get into the transfer portal. And you can still recruit the high school players. So I just want to see the transfer portal. Now, the first year, the transfer portal is humongous. So with that, you can see all these players. I got all these 3-stars on here. I'm going to add all the 3-stars to my list. And you can see we got playing style. I'll just add all of them to my list, actually. You got playing time, playing style, playing style, playing time, playing style, playing style, playing style, playing style, playing style. Now, the playing style is the one, like I said, that can change very, very quickly. So with that, you got to be careful about taking players that are playing style, because I could just not get sacks or something if it's an end or something that is that's trying to transfer because of playing style. And then if I don't get sacks the next year, they'll just leave again. So, and you can see no one else is in my top 10, but I'm going to go ahead and search by any. So this is the next thing I like to do in transfer portal. I'll go any state, and it'll have every transfer in here. And I'm just going to go down very quickly and look on the left side of the screen to see if there's anyone that they didn't give me recommended that I might be able to sneak on the list. And you can see I just have all the, like, look at all these deal breakers. Coach Prestige, Coach Prestige, Coach Prestige. I have no shot. That's their deal breaker. They left because they didn't like their coach's Prestige, and they don't like mine either. So I have no shot. Look at all these are Coach Prestige. Unless I'm just going through quick so it doesn't. Oh, never mind. I lied. I was just going through quick so it wasn't showing it. But anyways, so you can see these are different. Playing time, playing style, Coach Prestige, playing style, Coach Prestige. So these are why they transferred. So you got to have them to be able to get there. And like all these players are already in their top 10. So that is why they're not on there. I'll just go to the top 200. But sometimes you can find some that you can sneak in. But those players already know where they want to go. So once I add them to my list, you go to the recruiting board. Now you got to prioritize. The transfer portal does happen very quickly. So if you can get players, one, you got to offer everyone a scholarship. So let me do that first. But you got to get players on visits quick in the transfer portal. If you don't, then you will pretty much, and I can actually get him on a visit right away. What am I? Oh, I'm on ready for visit. Never mind. Those are the freshmen, I think, that I'm talking about. You got to offer all these players scholarships so you don't get locked out. And then you want to see who you can get on a visit, which you probably might not be able to get the first week, but if you can get that second week, yeah, these are all the freshman players that or incoming freshmen. So I'm gonna go prioritize the transfer portal first, and I think I need to end pretty bad, and I'll go with the running back. Now I could be using too many points on one player or a couple players, which is fine. I think I need one of the tackles too. And let's get the free safety. I'm all in on these transfers. They will be playing for me. The other running back I will wait on. So then we got the freshman. And like I said, I can schedule visits. So whoever I can schedule visits for, which I don't feel like I need to for them. Let's go ahead and get him on a visit. Which, nope, he don't have a deal breaker. So let's see. So like we definitely need to get him on a visit because he's probably going to go to Washington State. And we don't have nothing that's really good for him, but we'll try it anyway. Let's see what conference prestige can get us. We need this end, and we can go proximity of home for him. Reddick, don't really got anything for him at all. So we might just, you know what? We might just say contact friends and family. And we will probably do the left tackle. Oh wait, nope. I'm just clicking buttons at this point. This video might have took a little bit longer than I expected, but we are almost there. We got to see what the recruiting class here finishes with. And if you're still here, you are dedicated to making sure that you are the greatest recruiter on the game. So I respect that about you. Because not many would still be watching a video of someone recruiting unless you are dedicated to become the best recruiter. And I'm just going to get these other points to the transfer running back. Yep. And when we should be able to put them on visits the next week. Ooh, wait. I'm tripping. I want this D tackle. I don't even want this halfback. I'm already getting the other one. I forgot I had another transfer down there. Yep, we got to give it to D tackle. We got to give it to the D tackle. All right, let's see. Let's see if we get anyone secured. You want to get people secured so you can save your points, and we don't, but we didn't get locked out of anybody. So we will see. we're number 1. Let's just go to ready for visit. So he's ready for a visit now. We got to get him on visits early, and we got to get proximity to home. The halfback, ready for a visit, proximity to home. Which, like I said, you will be, whoa, I can't put him on a visit. You will be locked out. You won't be able to get any transfer that their deal breaker doesn't fit you. So that is a good thing about transfer. Any transfer that you can have a chance to get, you like truly have a chance to get, because if not, you'd be locked out. So the deal breaker is why they transfer. And he doesn't have a deal breaker, so that's a heartbreaker. And let's get him on a visit. Oh, we don't have nothing for him. All right, so let's get this cornerback on a visit, and we don't got nothing for him as either. All right. So let's get this halfback. And you can see, even though we don't know, we know his deal breaker is playing time, which I don't know how his playing time's still good when we have the other running back, but it says we still have it. So we will go back and we will give him some actions, and we got him on a visit, and he's going to come home, and we're going to get both running backs. But yeah, the transfer portal, you pretty much actually have a chance at everyone that it says you have a chance at, because you simply have to have a chance at them because it's a deal breaker. And let's see. We got to have someone signed here. We got to get some players signed here. Boom! 1 halfback. And that's it. That's the halfback that I didn't get. Like I said, I thought I wasn't going to get the playing time. The transfer portal comes at you quick. Very, very quick, actually. And we still might get the other running back. And we need this in. I need him to be able to come on a visit. And he still can't come on a visit. I don't know why he can't. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't let players come on a visit. It does seem kind of random. Wait, what running back did I just sign? Oh, it was this one. We did get the other one. Okay. And now I'm locked out for him. So you see, I signed this running back, and now the other transfer locked me out. If it was in the reverse order, I'd probably get the other one. But who cares? One of them doesn't go. Who cares? And we need to get this D tackle on a visit ASAP. And we need to send the house at him because James Madison decided to come out of nowhere and pass us up. So we got him on the visit this week. I don't know if it'll be enough to overcome how far behind we are, but we will see. And it says he's ready for a visit, but I can't send him on a visit, which is kind of weird. And I'm not going to have anything I want to put him on a visit for, so I'm going to just send the house at him. And that should be enough to get him, I hope. I'm hoping. Got to hope for the best. And that's the same other dude, which I probably could. I don't know, actually. To be honest, I've never used something on a visit that didn't get me the player. Or I didn't have a high grade on. And he still doesn't have a deal breaker. I'm just kind of clicking on these same people at this point that I'd have nothing for. All right. But I have never have done a visit and had nothing to offer for the player pretty much. So I actually don't know how much you can get for, is it better to just send someone on a visit with bad grades, or to not send them on a visit at all and just send the house at them? I honestly don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But we do get a right tackle. We do get the right end. And we didn't get 3 other players. We didn't get neither D tackle. James Madison got both D tackles. They must have really needed D tackles. And this is going to be the last week. We didn't get the free safety. That hurts. We didn't get the D tackle. Didn't get the D tackle. And we didn't get the end. But we still got points. And I'm just going to try to send the house at everybody here at this point. Get rid of that. And it will let you sign anyone. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it. I mean, I guess I just haven't found out. So this two could still be in there, but it will sign even if you don't fill up the bar. It will sign the player to whatever school has the most points at the end if he has a scholarship, I believe. So it's not like, oh, these players just not going to play anywhere. They will still be playing football, and they said that I guess they'll walk on somewhere. So I guess let's just put people on bad visits, which I guess D is better than D minus, so coach prestige it is. And we'll get him. Actually, one of these players, I'm taking their points away. And it's going to be the tight end. Nope, it's going to be him. Because I already got enough of them. Linemen. And boom. All right, let's see what the class is going to end up being. The final verdict. The center signed. The left tackle signs. The center signs. We didn't get the middle linebacker. We didn't get one of the corners. So let's see what our final class is going to be. National Signing Day is here. And let's get the people off the board that we didn't get. So we ended up with 19 players signed, which is not a big class, but let's see our ranking, which I am in the MAC, I believe. So we did sign the #1 class in the conference, first recruiting class. It ended up being top 50, snuck in the top 50, barely. We will take it with 2 4-stars. No one else in the conference got 4 stars. 15 3-stars, which no one else got more than 5 in the conference. And 2 2-stars, that's where everyone else in the conference is getting. So you can see I did put together a really good class, and you can click here and show the overall class players. You can see I got 4 transfers, and we got all these recruits, 2 4-stars, all these 3-stars and 2-stars. Now you can, like I said, you can go and fill out your roster more and, just go 2 stars and 1 stars and have a bunch of players. But we're going to see the overalls of these players now that I got, which you can see that's he was the freshman quarter. I didn't get no quarterback. So this was the transfer running back, I believe. Yeah, you guys are watching the video, so I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the transfer running back. So now I got my best running back is a transfer. Receiver, the freshman did not end up being great, but I believe he did have star potential, which I didn't look at the rest of the players that I signed, their potential stuff or development trait, but you could look at that. But once he leaves, he could develop pretty good if he's a star, but he didn't end up great. Tight end freshman, not great, but they can redshirt behind them, 60-something. Left tackle is probably going to start for us. The freshman. Got 2 freshman left tackles, so they're our best players. Left guard freshman, 67, almost as good as these players. The center, we got freshman, probably going to start right away. I think one of them is a transfer down there, which I don't remember what the other position was, my transfers, which I guess I'll go look at again real quick. I think I got a transfer tackle, I believe, right? It's got to be probably him. Maybe I could be wrong. Did I get any ends that are transfers? One of them was a transfer. I got to see which one it was. D tackles are thin. Freshman left outside linebacker, the 4 stars, is 75 overall. He'll be starting for me. 67, not bad. He'll be able to replace. Freshman corner, 68. He'll be solid for us. And then the safety freshman, 66. He'll start after a year. And then the athletes, you do have to go to roster and be able to go like that. and you can click on them to see what position they can change at. And this dude's a 68 left in or right in, so I would put him at right in. And then, like I said, you got to sort by position. And the other one is going to be, I don't know, I'll just put him at D tackle for time's sake. And so you can see our freshmen, we ended up with a 67 guard, 67 right outside linebacker, 67 left tackle, 66 strong safety, 66 center, 75 and 75. Those are the two 4-stars right here that I got that are going to be instant starters for us. Then you got 61. Then you got the 68, the athletes I moved. Right guard to 68. So, but we got a couple instant starters, a couple players that are going to start for us after 1 year. And I'm actually curious to look at the transfers again because I don't remember what the what their names were, which is probably not good because I didn't get a personal connection with these recruits, but it's okay. So Mills, Young, and Brown. Mills, Young, and Brown. Mills, Young, Brown. Mills, Young, Brown. Mills, Young, Brown. Mills, Young, Brown. Oh, so he's the transfer, which he was good. Brown, Mills, Young, right here. 73. He could start for us. We could move one of them to left tackle, actually. So he does starter transfer. And Brown, Mills is the other transfer. So, yeah, we got a couple starters in the transfer portal as well. So, and the training will get better. You can see the team progress. But that's a top 50 class in the first one at the worst school in the game with 2 4-stars. So I hope this video shows you guys some good tips on recruiting, the different things that you should be able to do to get a good recruiting class at smaller schools, build it up. That's just the foundation of it. A couple starters, couple 75 players, 4 stars. If I would have got the running back, that would have been really fun to show you guys, but I was so close, so close. And then everyone else just kind of fills out. The transfer portal gave me, 2 or 3 starters right away? Or I guess 4 because the running back, or 3 starters because the center won't start. So you get 3 stars in the transfer. You could have filled it out more, but you can see that we built a good foundation. But that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you like the channel and also subscribe and check out all my other content that I've been doing around college football 25, and there will be more in the future. But that's going to be it. I hope to see y'all in the next one.